welcome to week 2 of our HPT class. It was great having you all in the first week in the introductions and so forth. I got to learn a lot about you, and it's a really great class. In fact, in the 5 years I've been teaching this, so far it's actually been the most active class, so I'm really looking forward to the rest of the semester. Today's video is going to cover what we're going to look at in week number 2, which is this coming Thursday. And so what we'll be covering is how to define human performance technology and what exactly that is. We're also going to look at and contrast the typical problem-solving process versus how we look at problems in the human performance improvement area. Then we're going to look at a couple of major drivers of human performance technology and also a really very clear definition of human performance technology. Then we'll go over some common assumptions in improving performance. It really bases on training. A lot of people think that training is the only way to be able to improve performance, but as we've already talked about, that's really not the case, and we're going to learn that in this course. We're also going to look at the root causes and talk a little bit about what are the root causes of performance problems. We're going to have a whole section on that, on causes, but we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Also, we'll do a very much deeper dive into the differences between performance, behavior, and work activity, and we'll do a little activity to see that. Then we'll talk about organizational performance and how it's measured and controlled, and how to increase the ability to provide customer value and some of the things that we're going to talk about there. Also, something new in this lesson, we're going to talk about key performance indicators. What is a key performance indicator? And also, we're going to see a video on the differences between metrics, key performance indicators, and key results. And I think that's really interesting to see what the exact definition of each is, because I think they're probably misused from time to time. And then we're going to see how we can use metrics and KPIs in your project, and we'll talk a little bit about that and how we can integrate those. Finally, we're going to go over the HPT methodology scope and some methodology principles that we use as performance technologists. Also, we're going to talk about when not to use human performance technology. This is not the, this is always, we're always going to use this for every problem, and that's really maybe not the case, and we'll talk about that. Then finally, we'll talk about the International Society for Performance Improvement, and that's the governing body for us, and we'll look at the 10 standards that they've set for performance technology programs and studies. We'll end up with introduction to the case study, and we'll look at a performance support tool, initial pre-project situation description. As I said before, if you start using these performance support tools throughout the class, then you're really going to have a good handle on your final project. So that's what's coming up this week. I look forward to having you here on Thursday, and have a great rest of your week.